All right, so first things first, I'm a little bit irritated with myself because I actually realized a couple of days ago that I had accidentally deleted a couple videos that I had already taken of the camper while I was taking some of the siding off. So I'm just gonna miss a few things, which kind of stinks because I was planning on using that to remind myself how to put it back together, but that's okay. But it is actually Thanksgiving Day right now, and I'm out here. It is about 11:30 in the morning. I've only been out here for a little bit, but I am currently taking measurements to get a quote for new siding. I called a place down in California, actually. The local RV place has been closed for a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on there, so had to do some research. Reached out to a company online, and they told me what measurements to get, what they were going to need, and they're going to get me a quote next week. I have no idea how bad it's going to be. So really, the siding cost is going to be the biggest factor whether we actually continue with this project or not, or we find some other cheaper alternative. I don't know, we might put metal roofing on the sides of it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. There's ways to do it, even if it's not perfect, even if it doesn't look brand new. But yeah, we're going to figure it out. I am, like I said, just taking measurements on the whole thing. Yeah, let me show you around real quick. As soon as I get done taking measurements, I'm actually going to take off the bed area here. I'm going to take this piece off so I can probably start removing the rest. I don't know. I'm probably going to have to take cabinets out. Here's what I've learned about this camper and how it's constructed. So, got all the siding off. Let's see, actually, let's go back over to the other side, which would be a little bit easier to see. So, if you look inside here, so we've got this wall that actually, this little thing folds out and allows the cabinets above it to fold down into a bed area. We're not really worried about that. But what I have learned is that all of the walls are actually attached from the outside. So you can see I can't do this backwards. Those screws are going through the little 1/8 inch piece of plywood. Those screws are going into the edges of those walls, and so that's how the cabinets are attached. It's all attached from underneath the siding. So any reconfiguration we want to do, we're going to have to do that before we put siding on. So the plan at the moment is to get the quote for siding, but I'm going to, like I said, go ahead and take the bed area off, get that out of the way, and then probably go ahead and start undoing cabinets, removing the interior, because these panels here, these plywood panels, that's all got to be replaced. Some of the frame is fine. There's really not that much of the frame that needs to be redone, more on the bottom and the top. But as far as the middle, the main section, most of the framing is pretty good, but a lot of the panels have rotting pieces, and rather than try to replace one area of the panel, it's better to go ahead and replace the whole panel. That way, keep it one piece, gives it more sturdiness, more rigidity. One more thing, I'm really not planning on making this a big tutorial, how to do this and stuff like that. But that being said, if there's anything that you're interested in, that you're curious about, like, hey, how did this work or something like that, let me know, comment, and I will try to explain it as best I can. So I'm gonna finish taking measurements and then take the bed area out and go from there. All right, I am inside the camper. Here's the bed area. I'm gonna take this sheet of plywood off and get that out of the way. Let me show you just real quick, because I can't remember if I've already done this, but this is that cabinet that I said actually folds down. We've got a little rail here that it folds down into and sits, and then on this other side, this wing actually flips out and allows this cabinet to fold down, basically turn into a small bed for a kid, not for an adult. these cabinets on this side, so we had a stove. I took it out, and I think we're gonna leave the stove out. We've kind of decided we're gonna go for more storage and just get like a propane camp stove. But the reality is too that we're probably gonna do most of our cooking like on a fire or something like that. We've got a fire pit that we're gonna be able to take with us anywhere we go. So unless there's a burn ban or something, and then we'll just cook on a little propane stove. It's just us, not a big deal. So these cabinets are gonna probably come out. We're gonna do like open shelving cabinets. Again, those will have to be attached from the outside. Make it look real good. It's gonna be awesome. And then over here, this is a refrigerator. Probably should be open for now, but it is an older refrigerator. You can run it off propane or electricity. Not sure if we're going to keep that yet or if we're going to replace it. I don't even know for sure that it works. If I remember correctly, previous owner said it worked, but that was months ago. So, and then over here, this is the main reason we went with this camper is because we do have, there we go, because we do have a bathroom in it. Yeah, there is a bathroom. That's awesome. I'm gonna have to redo some of the plumbing, but yeah, I'm really excited about this. It's gonna be a lot of work, but like I said, Dad, he taught me how to work on projects because we were always doing it. But yeah, so let me get this bed out, and there's a quick tour. Hopefully, it's gonna look a lot different in a while. It's gonna take a little while, but that's okay. All right, so this is more of a note for myself, but I'm gonna go ahead and film it anyway. So on the front here, let me go back over here. So on the front, in front of the bed, there seems to be this kind of open cavity. I'm not sure if this was supposed to be a shelf, a small shelf on the top, but just a little cavity here. 7.25 inches, 5.5, 6 inches, give or take here. So yeah, I mean I may replace that. I don't know. My biggest question is, was that supposed to, like, if that had any? No, it didn't have any stability because that was not attached there. Yeah. So yeah, no real reason there. It doesn't look like it, except for maybe a shelf. So perhaps to have some push. You see, they didn't even have any out there. Yeah, I'll probably rebuild it just to give that some push out the face of it. So okay, cool. All right, so as it turns out, there was really only long screws back in the back, but yeah, back in the back, and the rest of it's just stapled down, so it's coming up pretty easily. And this is just a quarter inch piece of plywood. I got all the measurements for the framing underneath because all that is going to be replaced rather than trying to just scab in new pieces here and stuff like that. I'm going to replace the whole thing just to be on the safe side. So yeah, quarter inch piece of plywood on top, measurements for all the framing, doing well. I got the bed out, so now you can see a lot of the damaged pieces up there on the front. Like I said, everything back here is actually in good shape. It's fine, but it's just better to just replace them all though, and just, you know, go with brand new stuff. So I'm noticing though that these are just stapled in here, and I don't know about that. I mean, I know when it's connected up front like it should be, it's probably fine, but what I may do is take this panel off, and when I redo them, you know, probably still staple them like this, but maybe drive some screws into the ends. I don't know. Those of you with more construction knowledge than me, leave me a comment and let me know what you would do, because it's probably going to be a little bit before I get to that. But yeah, if that's okay, fine. Or maybe some brackets underneath. Maybe some L brackets. I don't know. Yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, because I could use the advice. All right, thanks. Okay. So I got the bed area out, and now I'm kind of at a point that I'm not exactly sure which direction to go next. So I have some decisions to make. Number one, I gotta wait. I really am not gonna start fixing stuff until I get a quote for the siding. But there are several areas of rot, so there's this right here, that's just crumbly. If we go back here under, this is in front of the shower area. This is the bathroom back here, and then dining area, whatever. That's all. That's horrid. So then back here, you can see there's some rot right here. That just crumbles off. And then make sure I don't step on anything. And then back here on this corner, all that. So lots of framing that needs to be replaced. The question is, where do I start and how do I start? Because another thing that I've learned, just like the cabinets and stuff are secured from the outside, the panels themselves are stapled to the framing from the inside. So if I want to take if I take the panels off, which means I need to take cabinets off, I need to take shelves off, all that needs to come off, so I can remove the inside panels. I gotta be careful doing that because the roof is still on, and I don't want too much weight on the framing with no stability and no strength from the panels on the inside. Or do I go through and do I start replacing individual pieces and just peel them off, pop them off from the outside and replace them from the outside? All a bunch of little questions that I kind of need to figure out real quick. So don't know exactly what I'm going to do just yet. So I'm going to think on this a little bit. Plus, it is almost 1 p.m. and we're having Thanksgiving dinner / late lunch, whatever you want to call it, at the church in a couple hours. So I think I'm pretty much done for the day, and I will probably pick this back up tomorrow. Because today, busy. We're going to have lunch, and then we're going to be at the church playing games, having a good time with a bunch of friends, a bunch of church family, and But I'm going to be thinking on this. So that's probably it for today. When I come back out, I will bring you along with me, and we'll see what we can do.